Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report podcast for today, Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday I upload the Reselling Report to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. Whether you're listening on YouTube or your favorite podcast site, make sure you're subscribed. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you are all doing well, working your reselling business, sourcing, photographing, listing, shipping, repeat. That's basically what it means to be a reseller. Some retail news to start the day. I love to get my retail headlines over on CNBC.com. It says Nike to feature Andre Agassi-inspired line for upcoming U.S. Open. So that might be a collector's item to look out for. Pizza Hut to close up to 300 locations operated by bankrupt franchisees. So yikes, more empty brick and mortar stores certainly on the horizon. And Barney's Savior Authentic Brands is sitting on about $1 billion in cash and on the hunt to buy more troubled retailers. It says Authentic Brands and the nation's biggest mall owner, Simon Property Group, have formed a joint venture called Spark. James Salter may not be a household name, but he's one of the industry's best chances at saving long-loved brands from joining Woolworth and Blockbuster as once great also-rans. I'm in the first inning, he said. We have over $1 billion in dry powder. And this is the result of 44 retail bankruptcies and more than 6,000 store closures announced already this year. And so this company is looking to buy up brands, teaming up with Simon. They've already done a joint venture with Lucky Brand to salvage their store and website. Also, Brooks Brothers, saving at least 125 stores. So, yeah, this will be the saving grace for retail. It's going to be larger companies coming in and trying to save them, revitalize them, or just buy them up to use their square footage for other things, but that's the latest in retail today. Turning now to news from the reselling sites themselves, there's a new seller story from eBay as part of their 25th anniversary. This one is about Donovan Mitchell, whose self-determination and work ethic outlasted the motocross accident that left him paralyzed and drove him to create a thriving new career. So they have a nice story and video along with some photos about Donovan. Talks about his early career in motocross, the accident that left him paralyzed, and finding his way to eBay, selling some parts from his garage that were left over from his years of racing. He finally met Jenny, who had friends in common. They shared a mutual passion for motorcycles, and they eventually married. So now they run their business together. It says they've sold 17,720 plus items since 2014. That is amazing. $2.06 million in revenue, 176% increase in revenue from Q1 2020 to Q2 2020. 173% increase in number of items sold in the same quarter, 68% increase in revenue from March to April, and their top selling category is parts and accessories. So they have a brick and mortar store. They're also running the eBay business, so a really inspiring story. eBay has opened up a lot of doors, I know, for individuals who do have physical disabilities. It's a way that almost anybody can work from home and do work online. So great opportunity and really inspiring story. If you want to go check that out, it will be linked in the show notes. Also from eBay, a post over on the e-commerce bites blog is titled Downgrading eBay Store Harder Than Breaking Gym Contract. Now, this is something people have been talking about with the new store fees from eBay, meaning you were getting more from your store subscription than we were before. Some people are wanting to downgrade their store because the benefits now of a smaller store are equal to what they're paying for a larger store. So this post reads, it's easier to get out of a gym membership than downgrading your eBay store. Another seller reached out to tell us about difficulties he was having changing his eBay store. This seller had a premium store level subscription for years. The current annual rate is $59.95. Because of managed payments, I've decided to reduce my subscription level to basic for $21.95. However, when he attempted to downgrade, the following message appeared. An early termination fee could apply. The question is quite simple. I entered an annual contractual agreement in March 2020 with eBay. That agreement does not expire until March 2021. Can eBay change the terms of their services while I am still under contract? Can they force me to accept managed payments? On the other hand, if I wish to terminate my agreement with eBay, would I be required to pay a penalty when they appear to have violated the contract by changing the business model mid-contract? Other sellers contacted us recently after eBay changed the number of free listings it provided, lessening the value of store tiers. Similarly, they reported they were unable to downgrade their store without incurring a penalty fee. So this is an active discussion over on the thread. Now, in past years, eBay has allowed a window where you could change your eBay store, downgrade it without penalty when they did change something in their contract. Now, managed payments, does that qualify? Also, the fact that the eBay store tiers have changed, they've actually given us more than we've been paying for. So yeah, I went in and I looked at what it would cost me if I were to downgrade from a premium to a basic, and I would have to pay a $200 early termination fee. But you can let me know what you think. With the new tiers, are you wanting to downgrade your store, but you're not going to because of the penalty? And do you think eBay should allow us a window here where we can change our store levels without penalty due to the changes on the site? Definitely let me know your thoughts. In Amazon news, according to a report from Forbes.com, Amazon is being investigated by Germany's Antitrust Watchdog for allegedly influencing third-party seller prices during the pandemic. This article reads, German Antitrust Watch Group, the Federal Cartel Office, is investigating Amazon for allegedly abusing its dominant market position while setting prices for items being sold by third-party retailers on the site. The investigation against Amazon was initiated by the cartel office in April after the agency received a number of complaints about Amazon trying to influence prices set by third-party sellers. As concerns about price gouging emerged at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Amazon allegedly began blocking certain sellers for setting high prices. We're currently investigating whether and how Amazon influenced the price setting of third-party traders on the marketplace. Amazon must not be a price controller. This applies even now. Munt added that Amazon's potential abuse of its dominant position was naturally the approach in such investigations, and noted that the company was cooperating with the investigation, and an Amazon spokesman said that its systems are designed to take action against price gouging while denying market abuse changes. So the European markets and Amazon go after Amazon a lot more than the U.S. does. I mean, does U.S. even? But yeah, Amazon has been dealing with Germany, with France. They're very, very strict, or more strict than we are here in the U.S. in keeping on top of what Amazon is doing. So we'll see what comes out of this over in Germany. And in other Amazon news, an article on Refinery 29 says that Lauren Conrad has launched a female artisan shop on Amazon. It says many of us rely on Amazon's rapid at-your-door delivery throughout life on lockdown. But there's more to the mega retailer than fast-arriving toilet paper or hand sanitizer. Known among shopping savants for its digital trove of hidden gems and viral curiosities, exfoliating foot peel, anyone? Those are great if you don't know. If you haven't got one of those baby foot peels, they're amazing. Amazon also has an Etsy-esque appeal by way of its handmade section. And now with lifestyle guru Lauren Conrad lending her star power and expertise to its platform, we've got our cyber carts at the ready for truly unique finds. We chatted with the founder of fair trade nonprofit, The Little Market, to get the scoop on her newly launched collection with Amazon Handmade that's set to empower female artisans globally while populating our homes with some beautifully handcrafted goodness. We've loved working with companies like Amazon Handmade. They have such a large reach, and more importantly, we share a mission of driving awareness for artisans and makers all over the world, says Conrad. The stories are centered around 6 artisan groups across Bangladesh, Cambodia, the Philippines, Rwanda, the United States, and India, all of which can now offer their covetable wares on Amazon Handmade. Shop beautiful bowls that have been hand-woven through traditional Rwandan techniques using locally sourced grasses, or opt for a striking pair of tasseled earrings crafted by skilled entrepreneurs in Cambodia. No matter which of these treasures makes it into your cart, each purchase will support dignified income opportunities and essential resources for underserved craftswomen. The Little Market's newly launched handmade storefront is filled with goods that do good. So again, a site teaming up with a celebrity or influencer brand name to cultivate items for their site. And like I always say, these types of things are good for bringing in more customers to a site. So if you have been someone who has been thinking about growing maybe your Etsy shop and selling over on Amazon as well, might be something to look into. Again, they seem to be trying to promote their handmade section, which they launched a few years back, and then they kind of didn't really do much with it, but seems like they're making a move now. So it might be something to check out if you make handmade items. And speaking of a reselling site using celebrity to bring traffic, Etsy once again. Now they're working with JoJo Fletcher. According to an article on housebeautiful.com, JoJo Fletcher and Etsy just launched an exclusive home collection. Now this comes on the heel of Tia Mowry. We've had other celebrities here recently that they have launched collections with. So yet another name. It says, to help you enjoy the last days of summer, Etsy has teamed up with home renovator and TV personality JoJo Fletcher to launch a gorgeous limited home collection. Fletcher, who's slated to temporarily replace Chris Harrison as the host of The Bachelorette, collaborated with 15 Etsy makers to create modern home pieces that seamlessly transition between backyard patios and cozy living rooms. With years of experience transforming spaces as a real estate developer, Fletcher incorporated her signature style into the collection, which features earth tones and natural textiles. From handmade ceramic tableware, wood lanterns, to macrame coasters and cocktail napkins, the collection has everything you need to create an outdoor oasis. There are also beautiful pieces that'll warm up your interiors, including hand-dyed decorative pillows and wall hangings. So yet again, another celebrity name to bring traffic over to Etsy. Basically, they're giving their name to other crafters. Basically, they're not producing these items, but I suppose they've collaborated in some way to come up with these designs. So yet another name to bring hopefully more traffic over to Etsy, which will then translate into more sales for those of you who sell on Etsy because more people are shopping on the site. One of our own from the reselling community, Haley's Hangers, has gotten herself a write-up over on SWNewsMedia.com in an article titled How a Victoria Native Left a Full-Time Job and Started a Business Reselling Clothes. The article reads, Haley Gibbs had just graduated from Bethel University when she decided to clean out her closet. Her new career in social work meant she needed a new set of professional clothes. What better way to fund her wardrobe than selling her old outfits? She listed her items on the popular resale app Poshmark in 2017. Her first sale was a wallet she had bought for 50 cents. It sold for $8, a 1,500% markup. The next day, she sold a North Face jacket for 10 times what she paid. I was so shocked, she said, I knew I had to do this again. Now, 3.5 years later, Gibbs has sold around 6,500 items and made over $100,000 in sales. Better known as Haley's Hangers on Instagram and Poshmark, she runs her own business reselling clothes on the app. Users can easily create their own online store, taking photos of clothes and selling them at deeply discounted prices. With over 175,000 followers on Poshmark and almost 50,000 on Instagram, she has a dedicated fan base. She sells multiple items daily and estimated that she brings in around $1,500 a week. On average, each item is 71% off retail. Goes on to say that Gibbs, who grew up in Victoria, had a full-time job in social work during the first 2 years of her business. After she realized she was making more as a Poshmark seller, she put in her notice in January 2019 and transitioned to full-time. An average day has Gibbs going to thrift stores in the Twin Cities area and leaving with a cart full of clothes. She'll post new items on Poshmark, share them on Instagram, package up recently sold clothes in her leopard print mailers, and drop them in a post office box by the end of the day. Her inventory, totaling over 650 items, is currently stored at her grandma's house. While when searching, she looks for clothing in good condition or ones that could easily be cleaned from brands like Free People, Anthropologie, and Madewell, and tries not to spend more than more than $6 a piece. I would hope you don't spend $600 a piece. Yeah. Doesn't spend more than $6 a piece. She estimates she spends around 50 hours a week on her business, but it's not a chore. She's doing what she loves. So this article does go on. It will be linked in the show notes if you want to go over and read more about it. But I always love to share with you when one of our own from the community gets some write-up in the media. So congratulations to Haley. And finally, today we're going to talk more about the post office, article over on the e-commerce Bytes blog titled USPS to hike shipping rates during holiday shopping season explains the current situation very well. The article reads, the USPS will raise shipping rates during the holiday shopping season. It will raise all commercial domestic competitive package volume on October 18th. The temporary rate hike will be in effect through December 27th, 2020. Priority Mail Express, Priority Mail, First Class Package Service, Parcel Select, and Parcel Return Service will all see rate increases. So for most of us, we ship Priority Mail and First Class, so we will see an increase. The Postal Service announcement stated, the planned temporary price adjustments are in response to increased expenses and heightened demand for online shopping package volume due to the coronavirus pandemic and expected holiday e-commerce. To get an idea of the impact, a current Priority Mail commercial rate of $7.02 would raise by 40 cents to $7.42, an increase of 5.7%. However, that was just one of the examples provided in the announcement, and it did not include the average rate hike for Priority Mail or other services. The planned prices were approved by the governors of the Postal Service on August 6th, and the USPS filed notice with the Postal Regulatory Commission today. The Postal Service is restricted by how much it can raise dominant rates, but has much more leeway with rates for services classified as competitive. This, of course, is bad news for the small sellers who, unable to negotiate volume rates with USPS and FedEx, rely on USPS to deliver their orders. So, yeah, this is going to be, you know what, I ship free. For my buyers, I have free shipping on all of my items. However, shipping is not free. I pay the shipping. So a 5.7 increase on those shipping costs, especially when items weigh more than a pound, is rough. You hope that the volume that you get during fourth quarter will offset it, but it is definitely something to think about if you do build shipping into the cost of your item to offer quote unquote free shipping, something to think about. But yeah, not good news. But then again, online shopping has exploded during the pandemic, and it no doubt will be crazy here come fall and winter as more people stay home, with the flu season hitting at the same time as the virus. So hopefully volume will make up for it, but we'll keep our eyes on this story, as I'm sure this isn't the last we will hear, of course, about the current situation with the post office. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you listened on YouTube, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Remember that you can also listen to the podcast via Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and more. Check out the show notes for links to the articles I referenced. And if you want to learn how to make money on eBay and YouTube the way I do, check out my books over on Amazon. My Amazon store is also linked. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.